Hello everybody, welcome to our Aspen House project to make a time capsule. Stephen, do you want to say what it is on the front page?
On the front page, it's about the COVID-19 Time Capsule.
Yeah, and we're doing a workbook about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to fill in the workbook about different pages and there's different things to do. So first page, Phil. Yeah. So on the first page, we've got how I am feeling. And on this page, you will see there's a blank face for you to put your feelings in there, and there's a little box for you to write how you're feeling. Stephen, do you want to put what you've put in yours?
I put down but all right, but anxious at times, but I'm all right.
Yeah, and if you see on the screen there's a picture of Stephen's page, how he's completed that. And Debbie, do you want to tell everybody what you've put in yours?
I've put I feel happy.
That's brilliant. And it's a good page to write your feelings down during this lockdown, because it can help you to understand your feelings as well. And if you talk to them, if you're talking about them with your support workers or whoever's helping you to fill them in, it's a really good way of getting those feelings out. And it's okay as well if you feel sad or angry during this lockdown, because it's very difficult for everybody. So it is really good to talk about that. So this is a good page to go through those feelings and help you understand them a little bit. Now, if you see at the bottom of the page, it says there's 3 things you're most excited to do when it's over. Stephen, do you want to tell us one of your things?
Seeing my family again.
And Debbie, what's one of yours?
Voluntary work.
Is that going back to your voluntary work at the RDA?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're really looking forward to that? Yeah. So that's a good bit to put some positive things down, gives you something to look forward to on that one. Okay. So next page, Phil. So this one, you are part of history. Now, let me just find the pages, and that is this one. So you are part of history, and you'll see on the page there. And how cool is it that the fact that you are now part of history? In a few years from now, when all this coronavirus lockdown is over, and people will talk about it, and you'll be able to say, oh, I remember that, I was there, I survived. So in this box, in the blank box, you can put different things in there. You put photographs, you can put newspaper clippings, anything you want in there to remind you of how you got through this day. So Stephen, do you want to tell us what you've put on your page?
I've got a picture of me in my status quo gear.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of the Easter tree, and I've got a picture of me in my cricket stuff. And there's also a newspaper cutting about how they're trying to combat the coronavirus by stopping testing at drive-throughs.
Yeah, so you can see on the screen there a picture of what Stephen's put on. So these are things to remind him of how he got through this. Debbie, what pictures have you got?
Me cooking fried greens for the barbecue, the Easter tree, and me dressed up as wearing a blue wig.
Yeah, she's got a blue wig on and her picture, because that was the day when we had Fancy Dress Monday on CBT Connect, and it was such a fun day. She's put a photograph of that to remind her that that was a happy time. Okay, so next page, Phil. Letter to myself. Okay, so this is a little section where you can have a little think about how you would talk to yourself in a few years' time, how you got through the lockdown, things you would say to yourself to encourage, words of encouragement, and anything positive, anything you want to put in there. So have a little think about what you put in there. On the screen you'll see Stephen's. Stephen, do you want to say what you've put?
Yes, Stephen, this time is very uncertain, but don't worry, because we have done exercise and stuff to keep us positive and helping each other out by helping us keep busy. This time has taught us not to take things for granted. How unbelievably hard the NHS and staff have been working very hard to keep the country going, which makes Britain great.
That's brilliant, Stephen. Thank you. So obviously in this letter, you put whatever you want. Just think about yourself in 10, 15 years time. What would you say to yourself? And just write that little letter. So that's a good one. Okay, so next page, Phil. And it's the last page. And this is the best page, because if you see what's written on there, It says you are not stuck at home, you are safe at home. And that's what we are, we're all safe at home. So in each little box, it just asks you to put something that you've been doing. So we've been putting at least one positive thing in each box. So Stephen, what have you put in yours?
I put playing cricket, crafts, walking, barbecue, designing posters and learning how to fingernail.
Yeah, great. And you'll see on the screen there, there's a picture of Stephen's completed one. So Debbie, what's in yours?
Walking, craft, cleaning my room, barbecue, baking, and quiz.
So like I say, we're finding all the positive things that we've been doing in this time when we're at home. If you've got more positive things you can put in there, that's a lot better, because then you've got a lot more things to look back on and say, yeah, I did loads of things that helped me get through this time. So remember, you're not stuck at home, you are safe at home. Okay, next page. So it's the house one. So you'll see on this page, there's a blank picture of a house, and in that house, it's asking you to just draw something that's keeping you, that makes you feel safe, that's keeping you happy, what you're doing, who you're living with. So you can put anything in there. So Stephen, what have you put in yours, in your house?
I've put my PlayStation and television because I'm inviting another community member down to come have a game, play on my PlayStation with me, so that we have interaction with each other. That's
great. And that's your little safe space, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Debbie, what have you put in yours?
My bedroom.
And is that your safe place? Yeah. So put anything in that little house, what makes you feel safe and what makes you feel happy. So it could be your housemates, it could be your families, it could be anything at all in there. So, and you see at the bottom of the page there, it's asking how we feel connected to the outside world. Sometimes we might feel like we're a bit isolated and we're not in touch, but when you start to think about it, you are connected to the outside world. So Stephen, can you tell us how you're keeping connected with people outside?
My dad and I phone each other every couple of days, and the Zoom activities for CVT.
That's right. And same with you as well, Debbie. Yeah. So to keep in touch with people outside, we speak to them on the phone, we speak to them on Zoom or Skype, or we write letters or cards. So there's lots of different ways that you can keep in touch with people. So although you're not physically next to people, you are keeping in touch with them and let them know that you're okay, and they're letting you know that they're okay, which helps us get through this lockdown, doesn't it? So again, have a little think what you would put in there, and it helps you to remember these things. Yeah. Thank you. So the next page, special occasions. Now here in Aspen House, we haven't actually had any birthdays while we've been in lockdown, but we've had some different things. So Stephen, can you tell us out the first one, what we've been doing in Aspen House?
Right. Easter, and we had an Easter egg hunt on the Easter Sunday.
Yeah, so that was something different to keep everybody busy.
It was really, it was nice.
Good, wasn't
nice
it?
Weather as well.
Yeah, it was a lovely day, and obviously a lot of people should have been at home visiting families over Easter, so it was a bit difficult. So this was a really good, fun thing to do to keep everybody busy and happy. So Debbie, do you want to tell us another one?
Dormans.
And now the Dormans, for those of you that don't know, every Tuesday evening, a lot of people from Aspen House go to the Dormans Club, which is a disco, and it's absolutely really good fun and everybody loves it. So what do we do instead in Aspen House on a Tuesday night?
We had a barbecue and a disco. So we were still having the Dormans, but people were going to the barbecue and having the disco, so we're still getting enjoyment out of the disco and doing stuff like that, and it was very enjoyable.
Good, wasn't it? So that's a way of keeping some of that routine for everybody, because they look forward to going to the disco. So we brought the disco to Aspen. We've got disco lights, and we've put YouTube on, had music blasting out, got the barbecue on the go. So that was really good. So think about the special occasions you've been dealing with while you are in lockdown, and how different you've done things. And you might find that the different ways you're doing things now and celebrating. You might prefer it. So when lockdown is over, you might still want to do these things differently because you're having so much fun. So that's really, really good. So the last one, what we're going to do, you'll see there's a picture of a box there. When everybody's completed their workbook, we're going to find a big box that's airtight and waterproof. And what we're going to do,
We're going to bury it.
we're going to bury it in the garden. We're going to dig a hole in the garden and we're going to bury it. And we're just going to leave it there. And hopefully we'll forget about it. And in 20, 30, 40 years time, I don't know, somebody might dig it up and say, oh, what's this? And then they'll see how we've been managing, how we managed through the 2020 Corona lockdown. Yeah? Well, thank you for listening, everybody. And I hope you all have fun filling in your own workbooks and creating your own time capsule. Thank you.
Bye.